in just a moment. Okay guys, we are back, and in a slight change, looks like there was a substitute in the match. I didn't notice that before I set up all the overlay. So I am just going to quickly have to add a player to Ash, it looks like. I don't think he was actually in the roster before. I'm just going to double check. No, he wasn't. So let me just quickly add him to my database. Should only take just 1 second. It's going to be a ZVP in this second game, so it's not going to be another mirror. And it looks like I was wrong about the walkover. They did actually sub out Goody, but that was played as the third game anyway, so it didn't really matter too much. But Baal is a Protoss player. He's going to be playing for Ash, and then he is going to be against SouL's Richley. So let me just quickly update the overlay. I just need to make sure I've reported the previous game. Just because I didn't report that last time and it made the overlay a bit of a mess. But should be pretty good. So let's actually just quickly finish setting up everything. And we should be good to go now. I hope you are all enjoying the series that you're seeing so far. And all of the games. If you don't know already, I do cast this 3 times a week. The game day is on Sunday. The reason why I don't cast any of the games live is just because due to the nature of the tournament, due to the fact there are a lot of worldwide players all over the place, it's a little bit harder to organise everyone to be in one place at one time. But be assured, with the playoffs, the playoff finals and the grand finals, they will all be live. I'm going to see if I can get a co-caster in with me for those as well. And they're going to be best of 7, so it's going to be a lot of fun when we get to them. Of course, the whole tournament so far has been really fun for me as well, so that's one of the reasons why I do it. I have a lot of fun bringing you these events, giving you all someone to cheer for, and I really, really do want to make the game better for the players, make the scene a little bit healthier, and give them a reason to play, and that's why I do so many interviews and everything with them. Now, I actually set up the overlay incorrectly. I put me, so it's actually going to be Richley. And apparently I didn't add Richley, so I need to add him as well. It's going well today, but you know what, it's Friday, it's the weekend. I'm allowed to make mistakes every once in a while. As I said, I am a one-man band, so let's actually just quickly update that and we can get into the overlay to have a look at the next game. Luckily enough, I don't need to show the other part of the overlay, so everything else should be fine. I need to regenerate the top as well. And let's actually just have a look at our players, and we can go from there. So if I bring up this menu here, should be pretty good. I really do want to find a better way of working out music, so I don't have to have the improvable music and stuff over everything. But we can sort all that out another day. I've got plenty of time to sort it. This is going to be a very, very long tournament, and it's going to be a lot of fun the whole way through. So please do continue to tune in. Okay, so starting us off, we do have, well, not starting us off, but in this game, we do have a ZVP. It's going to be between SouL Gaming's Richley. This is going to be his debut game for SouL. He joined the roster a couple of weeks ago. I just forgot to add him to the database. It's not over. There's still at least 1 game to go after this one. And his opponent is going to be the Protoss Baal. Or Baal? You know what? I'm going to be saying that wrong the whole time. I'm going to call him Baal because calling him Baal seems wrong. So Baal is going to be the Protoss player. This is going to be his debut match for Ash as well. Richley, of course, a strong Korean Zerg, has been beaten by foreigners before. Not too sure about Baal or his location, but if anyone does know who he is in chat, please do say who he is and introduce him a bit because I actually do not know. And the map of the game is going to be Grand Line SE. ZVP showing to be pretty Zerg favored so far, but we've had some very weird and interesting games, and hopefully this is going to be one of them. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the second game of the series, and let's get watching a great PvZ. Okay, so starting us off in the top right position, fighting for Ash, we do have the blue Protoss, Baal. Oh, it's WGT Baal. I've seen his name before. I know who he is now. Thank you. When you said WGT, it made sense. But in the bottom right, in the 5 o'clock position, we're going to have his opponent. It's going to be the Zerg, fighting for SouL. It's Richley. Now, Richley, a very cool player. He's played in a lot of my tournaments so far. Baal, I think, has played in a few of them as well, now I remember. But Richley appeared and won a couple of the Clash for Chars that I did. Now, overall, I think I did about 14 Clash for Chars, including the Christmas one. The reason, if you're wondering where the Clash for Chars gone, it's not that I don't want to do them anymore. It's just that there isn't really a need for it right now. When I was doing it... Baal. Oh. Okay, Baal. Okay, you know what, let's try that, Baal. WGT Baal. Hopefully, I'm probably saying it wrong anyway. It's because I'm British and I'm from Essex, so it doesn't make any sense. But basically, the Clash for Char is on hiatus for now. I've always been more of a fan of a team league, and obviously this eats a lot of my time. I put a lot of hours into this. I believe on 2 of my days off from work, I spent about 4 hours a day trying to put together the intro video. It took me a long time to figure out what I was doing. We're going to have double scout coming out for Baal. Maybe I should check on the Wikipedia thing afterwards, just to see if there's like a pronunciation thing. Looks like we have TT1 and Jordani telling each other to die. Very, very normal for both of them. Jordani, Cuba's infamous player. Not actually in the tournament. He was in the CPL and Rota's Weird Map League, but did leave both of them for some reason. Tournament's not good enough for him. But either way, basically we have a cannon coming up for Richley, for Baal. He is going to go for the Forge first, going to be able to expand. He does need to build the first cannon. He does know there's Zerglings on the way. He can't be too greedy. Now, is Richley going to actually see the probe? He's not, so the probe is going to be able to get away with a pretty nice scout. Oh, now he's going to show it. Going to see the Lings leaving, so he does know that there is actually something going on that's going to make him pretty happy. We do actually have a secondary probe hidden now over to the left. I think maybe he's not as confident about keeping his probe alive as, say, someone like Best is, or Bisu or something like that. I mean, Bisu probes basically have 10,000 health, so there's not really too much you can do. I have played Diablo 2, but I played it a long, long time ago. Is it Baal? But either way, not too worried about that. But we do have the pylon coming up in the main. No gateway yet. Looks like that will be the next building for Baal. You know what? Just while I have a lull in the game, let me just see if I can learn how to pronounce this. Okay, there's no, like, sound thing. Wait. I wonder if it's in the Oxford English Dictionary here. Nope. You know what? I'm not gonna know how to say this. This does bother me. Not knowing how to say the word makes me feel a little bit self-conscious. But back to the game. We have the gateway coming up. We have the Nexus, and I am showing the playback menu the whole time, and I didn't realize. Hopefully that's not spoiled too much. I didn't even look, but here we go. It looks like we do have Richley building up. He's going up to his third hatchery, as you can see down here at the middle only, of course. On Grand Line, you do not have an easily accessible third gas unless you do go for the island. And we do have a probe. It's going to be able to go down and scout this out fairly shortly. A couple of overlords dotted about on the map just to see exactly what's going on. And I will check that out after the game. I don't want to sort of ruin the observing in the game. Of course, there are going to be people watching on the VOD wondering why I'm complaining about how to say this one word, but we do have a lair on the way with a Hydralisk Den at the same time. Could see some lurkers here, could see an early Spire, well not an early Spire, normal Spire, just to make sure you don't lose too much to Corsairs. But here we go, we have a lot of Lings moving out on the map. Has Baal done a proper job of walling here? Looks like he does have the 2 Zealots here to block. That should be a fairly tight wall here that he has, but I believe this is actually open. I can never remember how Protoss walls work, so should be interesting to see if the Zerglings get in. We do have a Citadel of Adun coming up. That's going to be scouted immediately by the Overlord here. I should have listened more. Like when he said stay a while and listen, I just didn't do it, but we have 2 proxy gateways, ladies and gentlemen. There's going to be a proxy Templar Archives as well. This is going to be proxy DT. He is going to go for the sneaky win here, and this could be a very, very dangerous position for Richley to be in if Richley does not scout this. There's no Overlords going in to the other place, and if you're looking for Deckard Cain now, he is in, well, he's going to be in Heroes of the Storm soon. That's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to actually play as him. But Richley going to be a little bit worried about what's going on. He's not going to see... Oh, this is clever. Baal is adding a Stargate, making it look like he's going for Stargate play, and he cancels it. Look at that, as soon as Richley's out of vision range, he cancels the Stargate to try and trick Richley into doing the wrong thing. But Richley is building up a lot of Hydralisks outside the front of the base here, and there's not that many cannons. This could be very, very dangerous. The first 2 DTs are on the way, but can he hold on long enough to actually deal with this? He's going to add on another cannon, but I don't think this is going to be enough here. This could lead to being a very, very weird base trade, I think. There's no static defense, no units back home to defend. But here we go, the Hydralisks are on the wall. The Zealots are coming out to deal with this, and this is going to allow the Lings to actually run past with speed. We don't see any additional cannons coming up for Baal. Is this going to be too much? We have some DTs going in, though. They're going to be able to sneak in to the mineral line. They're going to be swiped by an Overlord, though. But these Hydras are going to get on top of the cannons. The other cannons are not finished. I believe this is going to be a really weird base trade. We actually have 5 kills, 6 kills, 7 kills, and finally 8 kills on that Dark Templar, and the other one is going to go into the main. He's going to have to try and slice down on the Hydra's feet. He's losing his natural expansion. This is not the best of trades. He's lost his only gateway over on this side of the map. He cannot build a DT here to defend. This is all or nothing on the DTs, and one of them has gone down already. We have some Zealots coming out. He's going for the base trade, but I don't think he's going to be able to do it. How is he going to hold his ramp with no units? He needs to add more cannons here or something, but he's lost his forge. Well, he nearly has. He's going to lose +1. He doesn't cancel it. And this is so unfortunate. It looks like the Zealots are going in. Looks like we have the DTs going... Where are the DTs? Did they die? I guess the DTs must have died, but here we go. Richley looks like he's going to take the win. He's been able to defend. He's got units back at home. That's one thing that Baal severely misses. GG! And Richley is going to just slightly out